Good evening. I hope y'all are doing well tonight. I decided that I would do a Valentine's today. I hope y'all had a great New Year's Eve and had fun with your families. I know we did. We had a really good time. Last night we played with the boys. We were playing this game. It's called Town of Salem or something like that, but we had such a great time. It was fun. Okay, so I'll get pan down here. So I tell you what I do when I am working on, hey LaDonna, when I'm working on Valentine's, I usually use leftover things from Christmas because Valentine's is not a huge seller and it just kind of makes it a little bit more economical. So what we're going to do, and I don't know if y'all saw me post this, but we're going to work with this little guy today. Isn't that cute? I got this from Hobby Lobby the other day, and I thought, ooh, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it with this.
Yes, hello.
Hey, Ross. Hey, buddy.
Hi, everyone.
How are you, buddy?
Good.
Okay, so we're going to be using this pink frame. It's perfect for Valentine's. So is everybody doing okay? Did you have a good New Year's? We had a great time, didn't we, Ross?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we are going to take these 10-inch, 10-yard rolls. I've got the red with the snow detail, the pink, and the white. So those are perfect colors for Valentine's. And I have these left over from Christmas, so it just works out even better. So I'll roll all three out together, and we're going to do 30-inch ruffles. So I love to do those. They make such a pretty wreath. And this will be a little different because we're going to do 3 colors. So that makes it even more fun. So, what you doing back there, buddy? All right. And we're also going to be using, see this ribbon? I have this ribbon. It has the pink in it and it has some black and white. Then I just have a regular red ribbon and I have one Valentine's ribbon. So that way I can put it with these ribbons and it will give it that little extra bit that makes it Valentine's. So, all right, so we're going to be using this 15-inch, and this is the work wreath in pink. This is going to be fun because we're going to put all 3 colors on there. I just thought that would be fun. So I cut them together. Each one's cut at 30 inches. Now I'm just going to take them apart. Hi, everybody. How are you? Oh, I'm getting a hi, Ross.
Hi.
So when I do my ruffles, if you're new to ruffles, it's best to go from both sides like this. Put your thumbs down here and then just start working up. And that will help keep it straighter. Like this. So it doesn't matter if you go from the sides or the middle. Either way, you're going to get the same ruffle. So let's see, there's our ruffle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the bottom. You don't have to start from the bottom. You can start from the top. Now I'm just going to put it in. I'm going to tie it down one good time. And then just kind of fluff my ruffle out like that. So that's our first one. I'm doing good. How are y'all doing? Thank you, Missy. So this one I'm actually going to go from the center. So if you're going from the center, if you just hold your fingers out here on the side, it will help keep it going the same direction. Now you're going to have a little bit of the variation on the side, and that's just because you're pulling it into a ruffle. So it's normal to have some of this, and that's okay. Then I'll just go back, go to my next tie, and tie this one down. I'm just tying it one time because we're going to put some ribbons in it. And I like to pull the ruffle before it so that they both, see how I'm doing that? So I pull this one up that I just did, and that way it makes them stand up like that. Bye. Bye, baby. So it just kind of helps a little bit, I think. Hey there. That's right. Well, I haven't gotten very far. So I cut 30-inch ruffles, and I've got the 3 colors. And this is what I have left over from Christmas. So what have y'all been working on lately? Have you moved on to Valentine's or Mardi Gras or spring? I'm ready to get into the spring. I'm sad Christmas is over, but now that it's over, it's time to move on and start going on to the next thing. So once again, I'm just going to pull this up. And you always want to pull out your ruffle when you get it in, because it will have a tendency to kind of tuck under there. And if you pull it out like this, it makes them stand up better. So I have a whole bunch cut. So we're just going to keep doing the same thing. I'm just going to take my pile and start with my red and just go right up the center, splaying my fingers out to help keep it in line. And you can just kind of watch this little center line, whatever center line you pick, to make sure that you're keeping it straight. It's going to get off some just because of the nature of what you're doing. And that's okay. So I'll just go into the next one. That's an odd tie. Okay. Fluff it out. Pull this one up so that they're she hears somebody with a toy out there. Okay. So I'm going to open up the rest of my ties down here so I can quickly go into them. There we go. All right. Happy New Year. Did y'all have a wonderful time? It's cut at 30 inches. All of them are cut at 30 inches. And I'm just ruffling it by just scrunching it up in the middle. And this time we're doing 3 different colors, because I think that makes it fun. Let's see, my next one is going to be, just so you'll know, the next one I'm going to do is we're going to use one of the heart forms. I think this one came from the Dollar Tree. It either came from the Dollar Tree or it came from Hobby Lobby. So we'll do that next. That'll be our next project. Come on, you can get up. Come on. Good girl. All right, so I pulled them up so that they'll ruffle out. And then I'll just go and get my next one. Start doing that one. Isn't it cool how it has the 3 different colors together? I like that. It's not something you think of doing much, but it really does turn out really cute. So I just pull it up, make them ruffle together so that it'll stand out from the frame. I lost my stack for a second. You know what? The Dollar Trees here, they sell out so fast. Hey, Julie. Hi, Connie. Oh, no, Carolyn, you have the, I have had the yuck. It is not fun. I hope you feel better quickly, because it is just so not fun. It's that time of year. I still have the little bit of it, but a whole lot better than it was. So, and just to let you know, I cut 18 of these, because I'm going to put one in each tie. So 18 at 30 inches. And I'll tie it in and then spread it out. Pull this last one up so that they're both standing up. And then I'll just keep going. And I am keeping them in order on this one. I'm doing red. Oops, I forgot to pull that out. I'm doing red, then pink, then white. Just to keep it kind of uniform looking. See, and I tell you, the reason I decided to do all three colors is because you see that? That has the pink in the, that's going to look really pretty against that, I think. Just something a little fun. Reminds me of Christmas. So sad it's already over. So I'll just put this one down. And then do the same thing. Fluff it out. And then go to the next one. Does it have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, just making sure it has the right number. There's a little bit of a bigger stretch right there. So, all right. So we'll just keep going. I like it. Something fun and different. So do y'all have any preferences on what you want me to start on next? I know I have one more Valentine's I want to do. I got a cute sign for it. I don't know where I put the sign. But I put a picture out on it. Okay. So we came back and there is a red here. So instead of going back and doing red, I'm going to put a pink in there. Just because I don't want two reds together. And it's going to do that because there's 10 on the bottom and we have 3 colors. So with the odd number, that's going to happen. It'll happen on the top too, but that's okay. You can just alternate whatever color you want. Okay, so I'm making sure that I have them pulled up against each other like this, and then it's all fanned out. There we go. So that's the bottom row. That's what the bottom row looks like. Now we can get started on the top. So I will just pull these out. And just so you know, it doesn't matter if you start on the bottom or the top. It's just personal preference. It makes no difference whatsoever when you do your wreath. So you can do it however you want. That's the beauty of these. So, I am glad to be back. I've had a lot of fun, but I miss being on here. Yep, 30 inches. And I cut 18 because there are 18 ties on here. So if you have one that doesn't have ties, you would just put your 18 ties on and then do it. Okay, so I'm going to start like right here. So I have the pink and the white here. So I'm going to put the red here just so there won't be as big of a chance that I have red on top of red. And if you do, that's okay. it's not going to make a big difference. You're going to be able to see the colors either way. So there we go. So put that one down. And then remember to fan it out and pull the one before it up. That way you can get all the pretty color and it'll give that, make it stand out better. I'll just go on to the next one. After we do this, then we're going to put a little bit of ribbon on. We're going to put our sign in. Oh, I'm so excited about that sign. And I would say if you want one of these signs, you better get over to Hobby Lobby and get it, because I bet they'll go quick. Because anything with the truck is popular. So I just pull them out like that. Grab my next stack. I'm doing a 30-inch. Oh, how nice. I love Trendy Tree. They are the bomb. I'm not done yet. So what would y'all like to see me do after I get done with the couple of Valentines I have to do? What are y'all working on currently? Okay. Now, you know, I got this mesh. I got the majority of this mesh from Trendy Tree and Craft Outlet. And I believe they still have some if you want to get some. I had bought a lot of this at Christmas time. I made some of the Christmas angels with the pink. They come out so pretty. Okay, so we'll just go to the next tie. Pull it out. There we go. And I am going to turn this on because we're going to be ready for that soon. All right, we're getting close. Just a few more. Okay. And if I didn't say this earlier, this is a 15-inch work wreath, and it has the thicker ties on it. So I'm just going to spread this out, make sure I have them both standing up, and we have 2 left. All right, let's do the red, and then we can do the white. Yes, 10-inch wide. It's the 10-inch, 10-yard rolls. And this is the snowball mesh. And I have a whole bunch left over from Christmas, so the colors are perfect, and it's great to use for Valentine's. And you can use the these pretty light colors like this pink. You can use these for Easter too. If you still have some left and the white, don't get rid of it, because you can put it on your Easter wreath and it looks really pretty. So I always try to use up whatever I have before I store it away for the next year. Just make something a little different. All right, that's our last tie. So fluff it out. Fluff out both sides and come over. Oh no, there is one more. There must have been an extra one on the top. Okay, no problem. We'll cut a pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. There was an extra one on top. Not a problem. And I tell you, when you use 3 like this, you're not going to use the whole roll. See, that's about what I have left of each roll. So then you can save it and use it on a project. So if you have leftovers, it's great to keep them, and then you can put a bunch of different colors together, especially for like Easter and spring, because you know you can use all the colors. Okay, there we go. Now we got the basic part done. And I'll just pull it out again, like that. Pull this side out. See, when you pull the side out, how it kind of like stands up? I like that. And I am putting the ruffles on this way. So you can put them on this way or you can put them on this way. If you put them on this way, then it's going to stand up more like this. And if you put them on this way, then it stands out more on the side. So, all right. So now, before I put my ribbons on, I want to figure out where I want to put my truck. Isn't that cute? See how those colors just kind of work really well with this sign? So this is a metal sign, and it came with, it has 2 little hangers in the back. So I will use those because there's no sense in recreating the wheel. However, I'm going to want to tie it on more than just one. So I have, this is a 1.5 millimeter beadsmith, and I learned this trick from Julie Samaco at Southern Charm Wreaths. She's brilliant. And you can make holes in your metal with this. This is a very thick metal, so let's see if we can get it through. Well, I say you can. Let's see if I can do it from the back, too. This is really thick. So this is usually for sheet metal, which isn't that thick. If I can't get through it, we'll just glue it or think of it. Oh, there, it's got a hole. Okay. There we go. It's got a little hole in it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this and cut it in half, and we'll see if that's going to be enough to tie it. Yes. So I'm just going to tie it right to one of these little ties here. You'll never be able to see it from the back. So, and I'll take this, and I'm going to make sure it's tied on there really well, because I don't want it to come off later. Okay. So I'll do that side, and I'll go and do this side. Let's see, where's the other tie? There it is. Okay. So I'm just going to tie it down on this side. And I'm going ahead and doing this so that I can see where to put my ribbons around. Sometimes I put my signs on first, and sometimes I put my signs on last. It just depends. See, isn't that cute? So now what we'll do is we are going to take our ribbons. And so what I did, and if you haven't watched me before, I like to use this little trick. This is just a 6-inch piece of cardboard I covered in duct tape. And what I like to do, oh, my ribbon fell down. What I like to do is wrap my ribbon around this, and it will cut my ribbon at 10 inches, 12 inches. So I have it notched at the top, and I just wrap my ribbon around. So right there, that is a 12-inch streamer. So this way I can just quickly make a whole bunch of ribbon streamers. So, and I knew this roll would be just enough to get through this wreath, so we'll just cut the whole thing. And so that quickly, it makes 12-inch ribbon streamers. All right. So then what I'm going to do, so I have 3 different ribbons. I have this. See, it's not traditional. This isn't the traditional Valentine's, but we're going to put it with that. Isn't that cute? And then it will be. So I just fold it over, find the center, just pinch it, open up my tie, put it down, and then tie it back 1, 2, 3. Now, I've had this question before. So when you're tying it down, you're not pulling on it so tight that it's going to damage your wreath or pull this off. You just want to pull it tight enough that it's going to keep everything in there. That's all you're doing. And so I'm going to alternate. I have this red, and so I'll put it with the red, find the center, pinch it, and go into the next tie. And put it down. Okay, so when you are doing your ribbons and you're around a sign, what you can do is you can pull your ribbon streamers around to the back like this. You see that? And then it doesn't interfere with your sign. So anytime you have a sign like this, just pull them out so that you can see them. If you want to put ribbon streamers underneath your sign, you would do the same thing. So you would just take them. Oops, I didn't get a little edge in this one. You would take them and just find the center, and you would put it underneath like that, and then pull them out like that. You see how you can still get the ribbon streamer and it won't interfere with your sign. It's just a great little trick you can use. Thank you. So I just keep alternating these 2 colors and go around. It doesn't matter if you start on the bottom or the top. That's a personal preference. And since I have this sign up here, I'm pretty much going to do all of the ribbons that are on the top out to the front like this. That way, it's not going to interfere with my sign. And you can still see the pretty streamers. And so when I'm alternating, I'm using one of these in every one. So that's my little Valentine's that makes all this ribbon work. See, this really isn't Valentine's, but it works because it coordinates with these colors and it coordinates with what's in the truck. So when I put my streamers down, I open my tie back up, tie it back 3 times, and then since it's by this sign, I'm just going to pull it out front like this. See, and then you can still see those pretty ribbons. Okay, so we'll just keep going. Sticky. Let's see how this is doing. Looks like it's almost ready. So when I was at the Hobby Lobby, I got some of these too. I thought we could put a few of those in. That would be fun. All right. And I'm just alternating my colors. Now there's a couple of things you can do with these ties that are on here. You can bend them over and just make like a little, to me it looks like a pom-pom. So you're making a little pom-pom, or you can cut them off, or you can just leave them up. You can also, you can take some of these. Now these are the ones from the Dollar Tree. And you could stick the little heart right on there. Ta-da! That's cute. So there's all kinds of things that you can do. So we'll just keep going. Let's see, we have one more up top. Then we'll put some on the bottom. Then we can put some little red hearts on there, and then we'll be done. Okay. So we're pulling our ribbon streamers out front so it doesn't interfere with our truck. See how it's looking so far? All right, now we can go to the bottom. So doing the same thing. Get the center. Go back in your tie. Tie it down 3 good times. And then stretch out your ribbons. Now on the bottom, I'm just kind of doing them like a crisscross, but if you want, you can do the same thing and just kind of pull them down so that you can see all of the ribbons. I think that looks really cute too. Kind of make it look more uniform. There we go. Hi, Sue. Thank you. Did you get 12 inches of snow? Oh my gosh. I don't think I would be excited about 12 inches of snow. I would just like a couple. I would be happy if we just got a couple. We don't really get snow here, so. I'm going to tell you, if we got 12 inches of snow, it would shut down everything. In the South, we just aren't prepared for snow. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm just pulling them down. So keep going around. Okay. There we go. So you can just kind of see the little ribbon sticking out. I like that. It's cute. Okay. Ah, there it is. I couldn't find the other tie. Okay. There we go. So we're getting there. I like adding a little bit of the splashes of black in these. It just kind of makes it stand out a little bit better, I think, against that red and white and pink. So just keep pulling them out and fluffing them out. Okay, so we're getting close. So I know for sure I'm going to do one more Valentine's, and I for sure have one Mardi Gras planned. And then I'm not sure, we may start on spring. So I love spring colors. They're just so fun. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. I couldn't handle that much snow. I was born in Pennsylvania, but we moved to the South when I was pretty young, so I remember snow, but I never had to drive in it a whole lot, so I'm okay with that. Okay. So we have, looks like we have one left. Okay. Let's see, where's my red? Oh, there it is. It fell on the ground. All right, now we've got all our ribbon streamers in. We can put a few hearts on, and then we'll be good to go. Okay. All right, so let's lift this up so you can see. So what do you think so far? Isn't that cute with that truck? I love that truck. Let's move that around. Isn't that cute? All right, so now I've got some cute little hearts we can put on. And these, I'm just going to pull them off. And I'll save this for another project. So there's a couple of different choices. You can take it and you can stick it down right on that little tie, and that'll work great. But you do want to put a tiny little bit of glue on it before you stick it down. That way it'll stay on there really well. So just like that. I like that. Pull our little ribbons up front. So that's the great thing about these kind of ties. You can just kind of stick it down in there and then just put a little glue on it, because there's wire in these, so it'll go right down on there. Cute. I like that. See, and you get, I got this huge bag, and it has a whole bunch in it. It was only $5. So if you get it from Hobby Lobby, you could use your 40% off and spend even less. I got, I think, 3 of these at the Dollar Tree, so you can use those too. So just stick it on there. Might as well use the ties and things that you have on. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can just use the pipe cleaners that you're using. That would work just fine. So put a little glue on, stick it down like that. Let's There we go. Put another one here. Look, that's so cute. Let's see, we need another glue stick here. Hi, Olive. You got your hearts at I love Craft Outlet. You know, I'm constantly on Craft Outlet and Trendy Tree. And I always have something in my cart at both places. Trying to decide what I want to get. All right, so I'm going to put a few on the bottom. Like that. You could also just kind of use your little stick and stick it up, but I figure I'm just going to use my little ties. Might as well. There. There we go. So I got some in there. You know, the other thing you can do, if you have any of these, let's see. If you have them, now I have them in red. Yeah. If you have these, you can stick those on too, just to give a little pop of color, like that. As I tell you, you can get things like this that are already on these work wreaths, and it gets kind of expensive, but you can just make it yourself by getting these little balls at Hobby Lobby and then just stick them on yourself. Because, you know, it's all about keeping your costs down so that you can sell it for a little bit less. All right. And get the same effect. There we go. So I'll do one more. Then I think we'll be done. So I'm just sticking the stick in there to make a little hole so I can put the glue in. We'll do down here. All right, I think we're done. So there we go. So what do you think? Hey, honey, you come in. Yes, I would love some. Thank you. So what do you think? I think it turned out really cute. I like it. All right, so does anybody have any questions that I missed that you would like to ask? As you know, it's hard for me to kind of watch and do it at the same time. So thank you. I think it turned out really cute. I like doing the multicolors together. So, and this sign is so cute. And I'll have to work on the little hole with this beadsmith. It goes through, but it takes a little muscle. I'll have to get my husband in here in a little bit. Get him to do it. All right. Thank you. I love Trendy Tree. They are the bomb. So this glue gun is a Ryobi, and you can get it from Amazon or hardware stores. It's just like, you know, the drills. It has a battery pack. So you have to get the battery pack and you have to get the charger. But I tell you, it works really great. It's really hot. Thank you, honey. Mm-hmm. My honey brought me wine. So this is really great, but it does get really hot, and the battery only lasts about 3 hours. So you kind of have to keep that in mind, and you have to buy them both. Okay, so I did one 30-inch ruffle in each tie. So there are 18 30-inch ruffles. Now, you know, when you do ruffles, used to be, like when I learned years ago, they would say do 10 in each one. And I was doing that for a long time, but the fraying got to be ridiculous. So I thought, well, I'm just going to do one 30-inch one. And it works the same. and you get a lot less fraying. So, okay, so with one like this, and it has this mesh is the metallic, and it has this snowball in it, it's not going to fray enough for you to have to spray it. So you see this, if you look at this, there is so little fraying on this that it's really not worth spraying. But if you are really worried about it, what you can do is go from behind and spray it from behind, because this is where you're going to see it, anything like this. And then you can just trim off. I like to use the E6000, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to get it on a ribbon like this, any of them, because it'll leave little splatter marks on anything that has like this white color. If you did something like on the red, it would be fine. So you want to be really careful when you're doing that. I know, you got to get over there before they get it gone, because it will be. You can add ribbon without untying the tie. And I tell you, it's kind of depends on what look you want. So if you want your ribbon to stand up even more, don't untie it. Just put it on top and then tie it back down. It does not make a huge difference. I mostly do it because I think it's a little bit more secure, but it looks the same. It's very similar. It's not going to make a big difference. Happy New Year, Lisa. A hot toddy. I know. It probably would. Okay, so does anybody else have any more questions that I didn't get to? Yeah. Awesome. Well, I hope y'all have a wonderful night. I'm not sure if I'll be on either tomorrow or Thursday. Wait a minute, what's today? Today's Tuesday. I'm all confused. I'm ready for school to go back so I can get back in routine. I'll be doing something on this. I was thinking about doing the curly with these small ones, because a lot of people like to use the mesh from the Dollar Tree, so I thought we would do something cute with, this is the 5.5 inch, same stuff you get from the Dollar Tree. I just got this from Hobby Lobby because they had them on sale. But we will do the pink, the red, and the white. So that'll be something fun to do. And I have a cute sign to put on it, so it'll be fun. You know what else you can do, just to give you an idea? You could wrap this with ribbon, just like you do with your candy canes, and you could also wrap it with your mesh too. So you can do that as well. You can do ruffles, just do small ones all the way around. It should keep its shape pretty well. So that just gives you a couple ideas on what you can do. The truck is from Hobby Lobby, and it was like $8. I thought it was a big bargain. I love it. All right, well, I will see y'all in a day or so. So y'all have a great night, and thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.